Hello Yoga Coasters, welcome to another class. We have some yin today, 30 minutes. If you're new to my channel, my name is Bridie. I'm sorry it's been a couple of weeks since I've managed to upload a class. As you'll notice, I'm in a new space. I've moved house in the meantime, but I'm all settled in now, so we will have weekly classes once again. It's been a little while since we've done a yin. So today's class, we're going to be working through tight shoulders. So lots of opening through the chest, shoulder releasing. If you have a bolster, do grab a bolster or a large cushion. If you have any blocks that you know you need for extra proppage or just extra cushioning, get all the things you need to make yourself as comfortable as you can. Pop on socks if it's a little bit cool where you are, grab a blankie, maybe an eye pillow. But we're going to get straight into it by first beginning in our reclined butterfly. So we have the option to leave the bolster lengthways to bring the whole spine across the length of the bolster and your head can come to rest. I like to place my bolster across the width of the mat. This just gives a deeper chest opening. So it just depends on your mobility through your shoulders. Have a feel as to where it feels good for you to come to rest. And always the option too to bring a block underneath the bolster to incline the bolster so it's not too big of a back bend here as we release. Making sure the head is grounded wherever you are, reaching the arms up and overhead, maybe out wide to the side if the bolster's down the length of your spine. And then when you feel comfortable, you can relax your gaze, close down the eyes completely. And working with the shoulders. At this time of year, it is autumn where I live. It is the perfect match as the meridians of our lung and large intestine are located in the area of the arms and the chest. And in traditional Chinese medicine, it is these organs that are related to autumn, the season where our immunity can maybe begin to be a little compromised, so it's important we keep our respiratory system, our digestive system nice and strong and nourished through this time. So approaching your practice today with a sense of nourishment to self, nourishment to body. If you haven't practiced in with me before, I'm just going to allow you to be in your own space. We hold these poses anywhere from 3, maybe up to 8 minutes. And I'll just cue when it's time to move. And we'll move into our next pose. For now, just starting to allow yourself to relax completely. Letting your body melt into this shape, melt into the earth, giving any of your weight to your prop if you have a prop beneath you. Moving as slow as you can. We come to release from our reclined butterfly, bringing the arms down by your side first. If you're really open through the chest, it's grounded into the elbows, gently bringing the torso back up. We can always bring the hands behind the head to help lift through the head, and then guide the knees back in towards one another. And from here we're coming to rest on our tummy. Just removing your bolster off to the side. We won't need it for our next pose. Just taking a minute here on your belly, bringing the arms down long by your side, resting your cheek to the mat. Just letting the shoulders roll forward and relax completely. And from here, grounding the hands beside the shoulders, finding a bend into the left knee. So left knee is aligned with the left hip, finding a 90-degree bend in the knee, so it's like a half frog position. Just grounding into the left hand as we weave the right arm underneath the chest. Then coming in to square the left shoulder, left armpit down towards the mat, option to reach the left fingertips forward, and coming in to rest the forehead down to the mat. Feeling a nice opening through maybe the back of the right shoulder all the way down through the tricep, the bicep. Just letting the fingertips be soft. And again, you melt into this new shape. You can deepen this pose by finding a twist through the neck, dropping the left cheek to gaze over the right shoulder. And if you have the twist of the neck, just releasing the head back through center and continuing to drop the right cheek down to the mat. We're coming to roll onto the right side, still keeping that nice bend in the left leg and planting the left palm on top of the right. And from here, we're coming to open into a twist. We inhale, sweep the left fingertips across the ceiling and open through the chest. Now I'm going to hit the wall here, but you can extend the left arm out long or find a cactus in the arm. Maybe find a cactus in both of the arms. Option to place a cushion underneath your left shoulder if it's floating, maybe underneath the left arm. Or choosing to maybe connect the left shoulder, the left knee might lift from the ground. You can bring a cushion under the knee if that feels like a nicer option for you. And taking a nice deep inhale here in our twist. And exhale, release, soften from the brows, the jaw, through the heart space, the shoulders, all the way down through the spine, the hips to your toes. back to your body, preparing to unwind from our twist, starting to release the head back through center. If it's turned, then coming to roll back onto the right hand side. And extending the left leg long, continuing to roll all the way back onto your belly. And again, just reaching the arms long down by your side, finding a moment here to rebound, dropping the left cheek to the earth. And moving to the other side this time, we bend into the right knee, bringing it in line with the hip, finding that half frog position, 90-degree bend in the knee. And then lifting the chest, threading this time the left arm underneath the chest. We reach the right fingertips forward and releasing the forehead to the mat, squaring that right armpit down to the mat, or taking that option to drop the right cheek and gaze over the left shoulder. And just completely letting go through the glutes, letting go through the belly, continuing to relax all the way up into that left shoulder. And finding a lift of your head. Coming to turn the left cheek to the mat. We're rolling onto the left hand side of the body. Right palm comes to stack on top of the left. And as we inhale, we find that sweep of right fingertips across the sky to open into our twist. Readjusting your props as you need, supporting the right arm. Maybe finding the cactus in the arm, or supporting the right knee if it doesn't quite want to relax and ground to the mat. Maybe it's hanging in space. We want to keep all of the limbs grounded and supported. And finding a nice deep breath in together. And then we relax into this twisted shape. Final couple of breaths here in your twist. And then we release the head back through center, dropping the left cheek, allowing the right arm to follow across, releasing to the left palm. And we come to rest again on our belly, extending the right leg long. And maybe again, you take a few moments with the forehead to the earth, arms long down by your side. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side through the hips. And when you feel ready, finding one last shoulder opening to finish. Moving into your tabletop position, bringing the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're finding our puppy pose. So maintaining that stack of hips over knees, we're walking hands forward. First option is to bring the bolster underneath the tummy to rest the chest down onto. We can drop one cheek off to the side to relax. Or maybe you release the bolster and come all the way down, bringing the forehead to your block or your bolster, or maybe to the earth. If this feels too much, we always have the option for our child's pose, bringing the hips back towards the heels and resting forward. Just imagining the back of the heart melting through to the front. Space between the shoulder blades becoming heavier. Heart melting all the way down towards the earth. Have your cheek turned off to one side, just starting to switch to the opposite cheek to even out. Taking a nice breath in as you start to draw yourself forward onto your belly. Your chest was quite low to the earth. Maybe taking an option to draw back into your child's pose. From wherever you are, we're coming to make our way down onto our back for our final resting pose, our pentacle pose, extending our legs out long, taking them feet wider than the hips, arms outstretched from the body, not touching the sides of the waist. Feeling the shoulders, the chest with your breath, feeling the upper back with the breath, and just gently walking shoulder blades in towards one another, lifting the head, tucking the chin. And I invite you to spend as long as you can here resting on your back. I am going to finish up the class. I'll allow you to choose when it's time for your own energy to begin, start or enter into the rest of your day. I do thank you very much for joining me. Namaste.